Hello, folks. I'm John Mullen, the Energy Evangelist, and this is my colleague.
Hi, I'm Laura Short from Green at Heart.
And we're here again talking about all things energy, and that even includes water. So, water energy?
Yeah, it's definitely a utility that we have to pay for, and unfortunately in this country a lot of people do think that water is a really cheap commodity, when in actual fact it's not, because there's a lot of hidden costs with water. If you think about hot water, you're not only paying for the actual supply and disposal of the water, but you're also paying to heat it up as well, and it's that hidden gas or electric or however you heat your water. It's that hidden cost that people don't tend to think about.
Yeah, and so many people are still on the old water rates. And I know from personal experience myself on my house, water rates are 5 times more than what we actually use.
Yeah.
So why should I pay so much for that? So it's just really trying to keep the cash in your pocket instead of giving it away for somebody else. Biggest thing, as always, if it's leaking, if it's dripping, if you know that it's not going to use, do something about it.
Yeah. For the price of a couple of washers, which is just pence, you can fix a dripping tap. Having a leak detection survey done, or actually just, oh God forbid, monitoring your bills with how much you're using so that you can pick up leaks quicker.
Yes.
And get them addressed, can save you maybe a few hundred, maybe a few £1,000, depending on the severity of the leak.
Yes. Or even just listening. You walk into the loo or into the bathroom and you hear a slight hiss, but it goes on and on and on and doesn't stop. That could be the cistern on your toilets, and the water's actually just flowing through your toilets and down the sewer. So if you hear it hissing for more than, say, 5 minutes, you know that there's something wrong with the valve in your toilet cistern. So simple little things. Or if you see what looks like a rusty mark down the back of the toilet bowl, that usually means that there's water flowing reasonably constantly, and that's the rusty mark is a slight residue from the water which is flowing in there.
Yeah, there's lots of different signs to look out for. I mean, in terms of actually paying for the water itself, if you are in a process-driven business, then any water that you use within your process that doesn't return to sewer, you don't actually have to pay for that in terms of water disposal costs. So you can apply to have a non-return to sewer process listed on your account, so that the provider knows that that amount of water is not going to the sewer, it's going into your product.
Yes. So in food manufacturing, that's where that is applicable. Yeah. Or if you've got a brewery, there's lots of liquid going into the end product. So it's all these little bits and pieces, but they have to be quantified before the water supply company will pay any attention to you. And so it's just learning what to look for.
The same goes for your surface area charge as well.
Yes.
There are certain situations where any surface rainwater doesn't actually have to be included in your service charge. So if it falls to permeable paving, if it falls to a soak away, if it falls to a natural water course that doesn't involve any United Utilities or other water company pipe work, then you shouldn't have to pay for that, and your site area charge should be recalculated accordingly. But it needs to be worked out thoroughly beforehand, but it's definitely worth doing a survey.
Yes. And shower heads, tap heads.
Yeah, get them aerated.
Yes, exactly. You will not notice the difference, but you will notice it on your water bill if you have it metered.
Or even just turn the pressure valve down a tiny bit.
Yeah.
You know, if you can reduce the amount of flow coming out of your taps and showers, it's all beneficial because you're not having to pay twice for that water.
Yes, yes. So I think that's a good beginning, at least, on a conversation. There's just so many little small aspects which need to be taken account of. But until we are able to look into the details, it's really hard to specify. So if you want to talk to us, contact us on the email below, energyevangelist@energypricesaver.com, or come onto the website, or even make any comments on some of the video blogs that we're doing for you. So it'd be really good to talk. Give us a call anytime. And until the next time, we'll say goodbye. Bye.